Choo, choo. Oh, good morning. Welcome to my podcast.
No.
If you can tell, I'm in a blanket. I'm super sleepy.
No, it's not. You're not.
I am sleepy.
Really?
Yeah, I'm tired today.
What's up with you?
I've been so tired all week.
We have been tired all week.
I think I'm pregnant. Just kidding.
Actually, the first thing I asked you this morning when we woke up is, Madison, when's
the time of the month?
Time of the month.
Well, why were you thinking that? Because you were nervous all of a sudden I was pregnant?
I did have a minor, it was like a piece of crack that just fell into my blood type of thought.
And I got stressed for a second too, because you know what I thought when you asked me that? I was like, oh shoot, I feel like it's been forever.
I keep thinking it's way closer to the end of the month.
Yeah, me too.
That's all it is.
But I really do. My whole life I always felt like I have chronic tiredness issues. And I think that's kind of where most of our fights start, is because I'm tired. I can't function. I don't want to wake up. I don't want to do anything. Or midday. Sometimes I have energy in the morning, and midday I'm tired and I can't do anything. And
I got it all planned out. I got it all planned out for the day. I already have it planned out. After this podcast, Madison, go take a nap for a couple of hours, because I know when she gets up,
or I'll take a nap on this podcast.
She's going to be rejuvenated.
Good night. Sleep tight. Sleep during the podcast. Good night.
Wow. That's some great content for your viewers and listeners.
Hey, what if it just got silent all of a sudden and they just knew I was sleeping and they just wanted to sleep with me? Like, maybe they're listening to this about to take a nap and it's soothing.
While you're asleep, I'll just do ASMR.
It's like, go to sleep on this podcast. I don't know where you are right now, if you're driving listening, or if you're sitting in your room listening, or if you're working out listening. But if you are in a calm mood, welcome to the calm time.
Okay. So anyways,
bring us back on track, Kyla. Bring us back on track.
I'm going to try to bring us back on track. This is not even my podcast. This is Madison's podcast,
yeah.
So, but let's talk about like that. Let's talk about fighting because of your chronic tiredness. And that is literally the truth. I think that is, therapy, right? We don't need therapy. We were thinking about the reasons why we might need therapy, the other day when we walked by that therapy office, but we figured it out.
I said, no, you wanted to go. And I said, we don't need to go to therapy.
Only for fun. I wanted to go to see what it's like.
Okay.
To see if there's anything that we need to learn from therapy. I'm sure there is. I'm sure we can learn a lot.
There's always ways to strengthen your relationships.
Yeah.
Especially when you've been married for forever. You start forming bad habits that maybe you didn't have when you first met each other.
Mm-hmm.
And then each other has to deal with that.
Yeah.
And you never want to feel like you have to make the other person change, but you're hoping that they will. And then if you tell them, then they get sad. So you don't want to tell them, but then not communicating well is also toxic. So you have to be able to communicate at the same time, not make them feel too bad.
Well, sometime I've literally told you our whole marriage that you should try to figure out your tiredness so that we could actually get some stuff done.
But that's not something that's mean. That's just something that just comes with my body.
The other day,
you can't control it.
The other day I wake up, Madison takes a vitamin packet in her water.
And she had so much energy.
She had so much energy and she couldn't stop saying,
"Wee!"
It was funny.
I said, I can't stop saying "wee," Kyler. I don't know what's going on. Today's a great day.
Madison, maybe it's because you took some vitamins.
And that was the only day that you were down.
Because a lot of times you don't eat. I don't
eat very much.
There's vitamins in food.
Oh.
So if you eat food, you get what you need to survive through a day. So have you eaten today, Madison?
But here's why it's really hard, why we have some hard times in our relationship. Because I'll get in a mood, and usually when there's another person that's not in the same mood as you, if you tell them you're frustrated, angry, or sad, or stressed, or tired, whatever mood you're in, and you tell somebody that, imagine if that person instantly got in the same mood as you. That's what happens with Kyler. So I say, oh, I'm feeling so mad right now. Then he goes, why are you mad right now? And he's mad. I'm like, whoa, well, you don't have to be mad just because I'm mad. And then if I'm like, I'm so tired, and he'll be like, but you don't get tired too. It's mostly the anger.
I get tired, but very, very, very rarely. And I will say this. Or if I'm
stressed. I'm like, I'm so stressed about all these things. And then he'll be like, what are you stressed about? Oh, I can't handle this.
Well, it's because honestly, you are kind of a roller coaster of emotions.
But why do you come with me? You need to stay I'm coming to you because I'm feeling stressed or anxious or angry, and then you weren't that. So I was hoping you could let me see the other side. Well, talk me out of it. Calm me down.
At times, we'll be on a very a deadline-y type schedule, and because of your tiredness, you don't care. You can't push through. You've never been able to push through your tiredness, where sometimes I'm tired and I just push through because I have to.
I'm pushing through right now. I'm tired.
Oh,
I could either fall asleep on the podcast or I could keep talking.
She's doing this for you guys.
No, I'm just kidding. I wanted to do a podcast today. I just wasn't really sure what we should do the subject on.
There's lots of things we need. No, I know what we're talking about. We're talking about
couples therapy.
Couples therapy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do we need couples therapy?
So my friend does this thing called human mapping, and you're either like a projector or a, what is it? It's based
manifester, projector.
Yeah, it's based off of your month you're born and the hour to exact. And one of the things with Kyler is I'm a manifester, right?
Sure. I don't know what any of it means, to be honest.
Well, it's actually spot on when you go look it up. One of the things that she told me is that Kyler's personality for the time of day he was born and the date and everything is he will match other people's emotions. So if somebody around him is in a certain mood, he'll match it. So if I'm angry, he'll get angry. Like you can't just stay in your own mood lane. Remember she told you that?
Yeah. I got a text.
So unless I'm like always in a good, happy mood, Kyler won't be as well.
Well, you know what they say, when mama's not happy, nobody's happy. And that's the truth, honestly. You really do kind of set the tone for, I think I set the tone. Well, you're better at like kind of dealing with the fact that I'm like in a bad mood or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I could be fine. If you're in a bad mood, I could still be okay.
But when Madison's upset, like I'm upset. Like in the kids.
I know, that's what I'm saying. It stresses me out because it's like, why can't I just feel something like everybody else is dating?
Sorry, and that's just what I am. I was born at that hour. It's not my fault. It's part of my human design.
Okay, so
I will say there are ways to remedy that. There are ways to remedy those feelings for sure.
One strength I feel like that we have that really helps if you have a fight or something.
Can I say it?
What?
We, for some reason, have the ability to forgive very quickly.
Yes, we forgive
and forget instantly, and that's the reason why we are still married.
And because we love each other.
Well, yeah, of course. I love you.
But we do. If we have disagreements or we get in a fight.
5 minutes. Boom. Done. Back to normal. Like, no, we don't hold on to grudges. I probably am worse than you, but you know, I'll like go a little bit longer. Like it kind of is still in my system, but for the most part, like
I'll always say, Kyler, why are you still upset? Like, what are you even upset about? Part of my forgiveness process is I forget what we fought about. So I really absolutely an hour later, absolutely don't remember why he's even mad. I can't remember where it started.
I don't know if your mom would want to bring this up. Your mom's just like that too. She'll like be upset and like go into a room and whatever, and she'll come out and like it's like nothing happened. Yeah. So that came from your mother for sure.
Yeah, I think it's a coping mechanism. Like my brain just wants to erase it or something, and maybe it's not a good quality because you're just like it's like a band-aid. Instead of communicating it through all the way through, you just forget it. You choose to just let it drop.
No, I don't think it's a bad thing at all. To be honest with you, I think we're all weak in our own way, but I think that's a major strength. It's good to forgive and forget. That's what the point. That's what forgiveness is.
I think I was reading this book yesterday. I was talking about relationships, and it was saying that the strongest relationships are able to forgive easily, and also because you're whole on your own. Like you don't really need the other person to make you whole. Mm-hmm. It's usually you feel whole, you feel complete, you love yourself, and then the other person is just like a bonus to get through life together and have amazing things happen together. They said your relationship is like a rose. The stem is the friendship, and the buds that bloom off of it is the romantic part. So they were saying that you can't separate the two because what gives the whole romantic part of the relationship and everything, even life, is the friendship that you started at the beginning. So you have to keep your friendship.
What's that book? Good.
Return to Love.
Yeah, Return to Love. I've been listening to it with you a little bit.
You guys, I cannot even explain. Kyler wanted me to talk about this book today because it's been changing my life. I can't even put into words the things that she says because you could spend a lifetime thinking about each page. That's how amazing this book is. So you guys just have to go on. I forgot you guys were right there. I was like looking over here at the crib this whole entire podcast. Hello.
Yes, our son sleeps in this room in the podcast room.
Hi. Yes, go look at this book. I suggest listening to it because the way the author tells the story is really cool. But this isn't just about relationships, actually. This is about a whole new way to live your life through love and an entire new perspective. It's insane.
Yeah, love is the center of everything.
You won't even be able to live the same after reading this book. And it's so simple and it makes so much sense. And you're like, holy moly, this is what the entire earth and our plan was supposed to be all along.
I'm reading a book.
We complicate things so much. What's the one you're reading?
I have it right here.
Yeah.
It's called Wild at Heart. It's a very manly focused book. It's about how men need and are born to need nature and hunting and fishing and chasing women and romance, and just there's certain things men need to be men. Mm-hmm. And we were built with that, and if they don't have it, they get emasculated, even from a small child, from the way that they were raised by their father. And it says that the number one scar that a man generally has, about 90% of the scars that you have from your childhood are from your dad. So that's whether or not you did something to them or didn't do something for them. Does that make sense? To help them develop. So I think I was thinking about, when I was reading that last night, I was thinking about like the scars that I have from my dad. And to be honest with you, I don't really have physically like impacted scars from my dad. The scar that I have is not having my dad.
Okay.
And I think that I have developed more, truthfully, I've developed more anger because my dad isn't here, because he's the one I used to call when I needed to calm down. Yeah. So I have to deal with all these feelings myself, when I used to be able to call my dad every single day and get his advice.
Talk you out of it,
and he would talk me out of it, or into it, or make me feel cool. I remember when I talked to my dad one time about the $50,000 in debt that I was when I was going to college. I had this or that, or maybe I got involved in a business that didn't go good or something like that. I remember him laughing it off. And that feeling has stuck with me for a long time. You ever notice how I talk to Mason in that way, where I'm always like, Mason, don't worry, dude. It's all good. That is not a lot of debt. You're going to be fine.
Yeah.
You're going to be able to get out of that easy peasy. Don't get yourself any deeper, but you're going to be fine. You're going to be fine.
It's good to have that person to be able to call.
So my scar is my dad is gone.
But imagine when you called your dad on the phone and you're feeling stressed and he didn't laugh. Instead, he got stressed. And then you got more stressed.
Yes, exactly. That's exactly what this book talks about.
But that's what happens when I come to you with stress in the morning. When I wake up, and instead of you helping me laugh, or you laugh and keep your mood, you get stressed, and then I get more stressed.
I don't always do that. When have I ever been stressed and you haven't helped? Madison, that's not true. It's not true. I am there for you a lot. I'm not sure why you're taking this direction. Why have you chosen to take it this direction?
Because this is about couples therapy. This episode.
I will say you are the queen of only looking at the bad. If you want to get deep, like, you're the queen.
Yeah, let's get deep.
If you really believe that in 10 years of marriage, I have been so bad that I haven't been able to talk you off a ledge and make you feel good, then I think there's an issue. I think that we really should get some couples therapy. If you really believe, and you can tell everybody in your audience that I'm not good at helping.
I do think that you help me, but sometimes I feel like if I ask again, or a third time, or a fourth time, and I'm still feeling stressed, then you're upset. Like, I was supposed to be fixed the first time you said it.
I think what frustrates me as your husband is because of 10 years of having to be the therapist for you. Mm-hmm. When you do go through the same exact thing and you don't have the willingness to find the answer.
Well, and this is what my book was saying. My book was saying, if you're not whole, like, if you don't love yourself, then you cannot believe when another person tells you that they love you. Like, when you tell me I'm beautiful, or you think I'm good at something.
That's
or
a perfect example.
How can I believe your words if I don't believe that in myself? Because then I just think that you're lying to me, or I will deny it to the point, or convince you that you're wrong.
But that's what I'm talking about right there. It's the absolute roller coaster that I've been on for a long time, which I'm okay with because I'm still here.
I shouldn't put like any of my pain on you in the first place. It should be something that I self-fix.
No, I think that's what you sign up for.
Or with God.
That's what you sign up for when you start a relationship with somebody. You sign up to be there for them when they need you. And I have been. I think that at times it can break somebody down when it's constant building and constant building and constant building. It's like showing up to a construction site and never leaving. You got to go home and rest. And that's what sometimes it feels like. If you want my honest opinion, sometimes it feels like I am building you. I'm building the tallest building in the world, and it's never going to end, and I'm getting tired. Like, and I'm
okay.
luckily I'm in absolute love with you, and I'm happy to be there to be your construction worker for the rest of your life and just keep building like the Winchester house.
I'm actually building my own house now inside of myself.
Good.
Yeah,
I've
I'm
noticed
reading this
that.
book. I've getting more clarity. I'm finding ways to think differently. I'm actually shifting my perspective on the world.
That's good. We
And
did do
on
some.
life
We
and
did
myself.
we did some therapy recently, and it was really really great. It was a different form of therapy. It was like couples therapy.
We've already talked about this therapy on my last episode.
Yeah, and it's been life changing, honestly, and I have seen that change in you since that session. I've seen that therapy change you as a person, and you have realized almost your self-worth.
Yeah, I have a lot of self-worth. I think I'm pretty confident. I think what the problem is I get confused where to channel my energy. So I wake up in the morning and there's so many different avenues I want to take with my day. And I don't know where to channel it. And so I will just almost get paralyzed and instantly stress. And I think that's why I come to you and go, oh my gosh, I don't know what I'm feeling right now, but I'm feeling stressed. Like the second we wake up.
Do you want me to tell you what I think it is?
What?
I think you're missing certain things in your life that you will not allow yourself to you won't allow yourself to nurture yourself. The things you're missing out on are the things you as a woman, just like every man needs. I need to be in the wilderness. I need to be in the river. I need to be fishing. I need the thrill of being able to throw my line out in that water and catch something.
You really want to fish that bad?
I don't really care to bring the fish home and cook it because we don't live in that type of situation. I can go to
you really like that stuff that much?
I need it for my spirit. I need it for growth as a man. I need to be let go. I can't be at the house with kids. I am not at kids every second, just like you can't either. You need to be with girlfriends. You need to be at yoga. You need to be at breathwork sessions. You need to be getting massages. You need to be getting your nails done.
I like this plan. I like this plan a lot.
You need that stuff for you.
Well, then you and me have to map out during the week what day you go do your manly and what day I do my
100%. 100%. And when you go and get those things, you come back and you're ready to be a mother again. You're ready to be a business girl again. I never feel like I'm
getting that overwhelmed with what I'm doing.
Yes,
I'm saying I don't know where to channel my energy. Do I focus today on work stuff? Do I focus on just playing with the kids? Do I clean out something I've been waiting to clean out for a year? Do I booking a vacation so that we can have like a fun trip in the spring?
Well, goal setting is important.
I don't even know where to do in the beginning of the day when I wake up.
Goal setting is important. And what's one thing that we've been better at is writing things down and making a calendar and the things we need to accomplish in our lives. But I think for sure, 100% you need that. You need to go away for a couple of hours and then you need to come back. Because what we do is when we stay in our same environment all the time, things start to pile up. And we get frustrated. And when we get frustrated, we can't do anything. It's called
frustrated paralysis.
No, they call it like over-analysis paralysis. I can't even remember what the saying is, but whatever. We get paralyzed in our own environment because we have so many things that are piling up.
Well, what else is our therapist asking us, our invisible therapist?
Ooh, I got super passionate there.
What are you asking me? I'm sorry, what was that? Oh, you're asking what else?
I want you to read this book.
I
want you to read this book. I really do, because then you'll understand me more. And there's got to be a book for me somewhere for you, so I can understand you. Truthfully,
why don't you just tell me what you want?
This is the same thing. If you put the woman in the same place, it's the exact same thing. You should read this book. Can you do it?
If I read that book, it tells me exactly about you. Or about just men in general.
Men in general, and it's the.
But every man is so different.
No, I mean, yeah, true. I think we're all built differently, but for the most part, we're built the same, for sure.
Okay, so. What are we talking about? Couples therapy right now, though?
This is couples therapy. It's a way to strengthen our marriage. It's a way to strengthen our relationship, period. It's learning about each other and what we both need in order to be whole enough to be one together. So
we are one.
So we're just therapizing ourselves. Therapizing.
Okay.
Therapizing. You understand?
But if there was a therapist here, what else would they ask us?
I don't know. I've never been to therapy. We should go for fun. We have insurance. It covers it. Or we could do it through the church or something, you know?
Okay, what if she asks, what are some other ways you wish your partner was? Like, what do you wish I could change?
Honestly, I don't have a lot. To be honest, I don't have a lot. I kind of like you. I like you.
Aww.
I like your quirky stuff. I think that sometimes it's just derailing the day is my only thing, because I am a time guy, but I am learning that time doesn't really matter that much. That's one thing I learned through this last experience, is that time, it's not ending, it's not ending. We're just being, we need to live in the present moment.
Yes, I understand. Bad boy. I'm getting sleepy. So
Yeah.
I think this therapy session's over.
All right, we're still on the podcast. So Madison, let's keep it going. What time is it, Matt? I don't know what that means. 20. Oh, nice. Cool.
Am I the only person that's trying to end their podcast by falling asleep?
Probably. I don't think anybody's ever done that, actually. Maybe.
Oh.
Okay.
Good
So
morning.
anyways, we're back. We had a little technical difficulty. But anyways.
So I'll be the questionnaire then, I guess.
Go ahead.
So you two, you've been together for 12 years. Tell me something else. Kyler?
Okay.
I don't have any other questions.
So yeah, I think you're probably learning a lot about, from your book. Do you think that's helping you in your life?
Yeah, it's changing my entire life, but I don't know how to really explain it. So you have to go listen to it yourself to understand.
I'm going to listen to it after you're finished. When, how far are you?
So it doesn't show me by page. I'm an hour and 20 minutes in.
Ooh, you're probably honestly, you're probably halfway through the book.
I think
an hour
so.
and 20 minutes of reading is a lot in a book. Consistent
Cool.
reading, how when you're reading a book, and you get sidetracked and you stop, and you just you think other thoughts and you have to go back and read sometimes. That's me, at least. I don't always get through a book that easy. It's actually really hard for me to read. I'm actually surprised I'm on chapter 5 or 6 here. So
That's great.
it's really good for me. I haven't read a book in a long time. So
Comment below what are some of the books you guys love to read. I think reading is very important.
I think reading is very important too, but mainly not because of reading, but because of what's in the books. So any good book ideas,
Just read
comment.
if you're feeling down.
Do you want me to end your podcast for you?
Just read
If
you're feeling down.
I think maybe that is the end of the Madlife podcast. I'm going to walk off this podcast.
Because
not
I
mad.
was singing a song?
Not mad, but
See,
because we're
okay,
derailed.
Hey, therapist, I have an announcement. My husband doesn't like when I sing, and it makes me hurt my feelings, and he makes fun of it when I'm singing.
We're not in a therapy session.
I'm pretending we are. This is Couples Therapy 101 Madlife, episode number 6. Kyler.
No, but I know when you're getting derailed, and I can feel it. You get derailed when you're tired, and so when you're tired, that's when we shut it down. So I think we're shutting it down, if that's all right. Or I will just...
Or why don't you, because you're my guest, and I haven't decided to shut it down.
No, exactly.
Why don't you start singing a song?
I don't want to sing a song.
Well, this is my podcast. I'm asking you to sing me to sleep. A lullaby.
I'm good. Okay, so that's that from me.
You're not going to sing a lullaby on here?
No. Who's outside right now?
Don't try to change the subject. You're still here.
Madison, it's your nap time.
Okay, guys, I'm going to go take a nap. You should too. Good luck.
Thanks for... Well, you should end this.
Okay, I'll end the video.
Okay, go ahead.
I mean, the podcast. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in on this week's episode of the Madlife podcast number 6, Couples Therapy Session 101. Kyler and Matt. Go make a difference. Go to sleep.
All right. That's it.
My baby. Go to sleep now. Kyler, come back.